So, I'm live on Twitch right now, and I just want to say thank you to the sponsor of today's podcast is Spreaker. Spreaker is a very good podcast hosting platform to get monetization, guys. If you want to upload, distribute your podcasts, all you need to do is sign up for a free trial of Spreaker. I will put the link in the description for today's show. Anyway, it's a long weekend. I think it was the Queen's birthday today. Today I'm recording this show Monday the 14th of June at 2:44 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. Long weekend. The weather was meh. The weather was meh today. Always think about meh. Yeah. Meh. It's meh. You know. But yes, I'm glad to be on Twitch right now. I'm live streaming on Twitch. You know, I've always, I think, compared things to like Microsoft and Apple, and like Microsoft applications do have their benefits as well with Office 365. I use Office 365, email, because it's just got like a good filtering. I think Microsoft are very good with their security as well. It works with my Apple Mail too, which is pretty cool. I prefer Microsoft, over applications over, say, Apple's version of Word or Publisher or Excel. But they've both got their good and bad. I think the PC version of Microsoft applications is better than the Apple, because the PCs, they're always updating them too, and they're always one step ahead on their updates as well. So it brings me, you think, okay, like, well, who's better at the end of the day? I mean, Apple's got their own version of Word and Excel. But, I mean, each to their own. I mean, I've used Apple. I don't mind Pages. It's good, gets the job done. Whatever gets the job done is what I like as well. I think it's all personal preference too. Personal preference with your applications is what it should be at the end of the day. I don't like Gmail. I hate Google products. I've walked away from them. Those bastards. I don't like them at all. But on a positive note, I've always enjoyed Tibetan singing bowls in my meditation practice, which is pretty cool. I like sound healing. It's good for the brain, mind, soul. It's healthy. I really like it, and I can just drift off to a place I want to go and visualize. You see. Tibetan singing bowls are amazing. You definitely gotta check them out on Insight Timer as often as you can. I've been lately, mixing up my music genres on, just say, German heavy metal, which is pretty good. I like listening to music in other languages, especially if I want to learn a new language. I always found music, just the repetition of it. If I'm listening to Rammstein or Lindemann, can help because it's really good shit. It's really good stuff to listen to as well. Yeah, Lindeman's good. He's awesome. He's really awesome. Yes. It's Monday. I don't know, I've always found public holiday just feels a bit different. I mean, very quiet. I mean, I was going to the shops today. I was in, so even yesterday I went out to the shops and it was packed. MacArthur Square was fucking packed. Like hell. Yeah, I went out for a coffee and it was a nice day yesterday. It was a beautiful sunny day and it was packed, but now the weather's just overcast and that sucks. I love a beautiful warm winter's day. You can sit out and just meditate in the sun, start your day like that, and why not? And yoga too, like I'm trying some new poses at the moment with crow pose as well. I just want to start expanding my practice because I enjoy yoga. I always find it's just good to loosen up everything, keep your body healthy. You only live once. It's helped a lot. You know. Learning too. I'm always learning all the time. I always want to pick a subject that I enjoy, and that's the best thing. When you love what you're learning, you will pretty much. I think you'll be more focused on it and more engaged in the content. Now, we're living in a generation now called binge learning. I mean, there's a lot of online courses out there, but I've found doing online courses, I just don't retain the information. I have to read a book, highlight things. That's how I learn, because binge watching, I'm watching it, and probably after 20, 30 minutes, you forget what they're saying, and that sucks. So all these streaming services are just becoming a business now, and yeah, I'm getting fed up with it, It's like my music is on Spotify, but guys, if you could go to Bandcamp, I'll leave that in the podcast description and purchase any of your favorite tracks. It will help support my work because there's a lot of time that goes into creating original music. Yeah, that would be really appreciated if you could do that for me. It's and just think about it like this. Okay. Housing prices now are just fucking ridiculous in Australia. Oh my god. Rent is so expensive. If you were to get the cheapest rent in Sydney, you're looking about in Redfern probably about $480 a week. Yeah, and that's in the shit part of Sydney. If you're going up to Kensington, even George Street, you're looking about 800 to a grand a week. Fuck that, man. I'm not paying that. I'd rather, it's cheaper to move to Adelaide in the middle of the city in Adelaide. Adelaide. Yeah, housing prices are just rigged in Australia. But as I said, it's important to stay healthy as much as you can, because being healthy is... You just got to keep healthy, guys. Like, come on. You got to keep healthy as much as you can. Being healthy is my top notch to success as well. technology's always changing. I mean, you got all these Apple Watches coming out, smart watches. I mean, I just, I feel we've got too much artificial intelligence in our lives. I mean, I just have an iPhone and a Mac. Used to have a tablet, but I didn't need it. And they are expensive devices. I mean, you pay off a phone plan for 2 years. I mean, I'm on the new SE. If you can see that. Sorry about that. It's probably going to be nearly $1,000 phone on a plan. Good phone, I liked it. 128 gigs of memory, which is nice. I was like, bingo, I wanted it. And that's what I needed. And domain names too. They're when you got to pay for domain names, some of them are charging more. But I mean, I don't know the reason why. With domain names, it's security maybe. Some have more security than others, but I'm happy with mine. I'm a type of person who would just want to purchase it for life, I guess. But if renting's the way to go, you can you can purchase it for 10 years if you want. It just cost you more money, but I do mine yearly. Yeah. Yeah, weather last week. I think we had a day last Thursday. It was 5 degrees. It was fucking freezing. I remember driving the car, and the car was just. It looked like the engine was just cold. When the engine's cold, it shows that sign. It was like so cold, man. Really cold. Oof. But got through it as well, and that's the main thing. That's the main thing. It's interesting what I talk about on the Stephen Shiels radio show. There's always topics to talk about as well. That's what I like about this show. That's what I enjoy. The Stephen Shiels radio show means something as well. So yeah, and things like dating apps as well. They've just become a business as well. There's really no meaning in dating apps, I think. Because all they just want money. I've been on heaps of them. Bumble, Tinder, eHarmony, Zeus, Plenty of Fish. I'm on Spiritual Singles now. And there's no guarantee they're going to find you someone. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the dating world. Probably prefer the old-fashioned way to meet in a group of people. Or just meet someone in person, I guess. That's just much easier than sit on a phone and... You get a lot of people trolling you on dating sites as well, and I was finding on eHarmony and Plenty of Fish, I'd be getting all this spam. I could tell it was a fake account, but I'm fed up with spam. I don't know. It's just fucked. It's fucked. Yeah, look, I've made heaps of mistakes in life, and I found I've always learnt from my mistakes starting out. It's life. We all make fuck ups. But we've just got to move on from them, and that's it. That's it. We've got to move on from our mistakes and start. Sometimes it's good to just start fresh in life. When you just want to start over again. It's just best to start fresh, and that's what I love. I love starting fresh. You know, that's what I do. That's what I like. I like starting fresh. Fresh. Fresh, fresh, fresh. Yeah, as I was saying about my music before on Bandcamp, it's on the royalty free music sites, Pond5 and Motion Elements. So if you want royalty free music, they're up there and they're yours forever if you purchase them. Okay? Yeah, lately, my morning and night routine, I think I've just been getting up in the morning, meditating. I'll do some morning yoga if I can. And at night, try to do my meditation before bed as well, which is good. Just trying to get a good night's sleep. Because, good night's sleep is what helps with energy and productivity as well. And that's what I like. Energy and productivity and doing the Stephen Shiels radio show for you. Cooking as well. I was cooking some, I think some chili sausages. End up burning the frying pan, but I can tell you a funny story. I was cooking oatmeal one morning. I burnt my oats. I didn't put enough water in. That sucks, eating burnt oats, or if they're undercooked. Eating undercooked oatmeal, that is shit. Yuck. As you can probably hear, the birds are outside. It's nice to see birds in nature when they're out there as well, because I guess nature is good. I enjoy nature. When birds are happy and they're flying, that's good. That's a good sign. Dr. Phil's always been a hero of mine. He does write some good books on psychology as well, and very educated man too. And I think the way his show's done with Oprah is very it's good and it's interesting as well. Occasionally I'll pick up a Dr. Phil book and I'll read it, and I might even listen to him on Audible if I can, but yeah, Dr. Phil, amazing person. Yeah, I've been reading like a journal, sort of a guidebook from Wandrium, which was formerly known as the Great Courses Plus on infectious diseases, because I do like a lot of things. I like studying topics that fascinate me as well. So I'm trying to schedule that for an hour a day and look into that and read and learn and the important thing is retaining the information that you've read as well. Because you want to retain that, and that's the hardest. Sometimes you things you might have to listen to a course 2, 3, 5, 10 times before you get it. But that's good. I prefer audio learning over video. I prefer that. I'm always prospecting as well, behind the scenes prospecting. It's pretty much a numbers game. It's either a hit, miss, flush, and there's I'm always just building relationships with my prospects and keep it professional, I guess. Prospecting is something that I believe any businessman or any musician, artist, etc., you'll never ever stop doing prospecting. I don't think you'll ever stop. It's just you might send 1,000 messages out and 100 say yes. Those 100 are bringing you success. Is how I see it. But you don't want to burn yourself out with it. I mean, I try not to. I keep it professional. And more importantly, are you following up correctly? You don't want to come across as too desperate or too needy because you'll piss people off, and people wouldn't like it if you basically keep messaging them every day. Are you coming on the show? Are you coming on the show? It's, you become a serial pest, and you don't want that, I probably said this before on the podcast, or if I can remember, like the Trailer Park Boys. Oh my god, they're the funniest show I've ever seen. Jesus Christ, I was laughing so much. I binged watched that on Netflix. I think it was like 10 seasons. I just binged it. Even the movies, the funny stuff they do, man. That's just funny stuff as well. Apple Music's come out with spatial audio or lossless music as well. Apparently the sound quality is good on some of the older recordings of the Beatles. You can hear a difference. So it's interesting that they've brought that out as well. If you want to listen, I think it's with certain headphones, you can listen to the difference. So it's good that they're trying new stuff out too. If you've got the latest iOS update, you just go to your settings, you can switch it on. It might use more Wi-Fi or more mobile data, but the audio quality is better, in my opinion. Yeah, as I said, you want to be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you have now, because I believe rewards come in the future when you're grateful for what you have. Basically, just be happy what you have. That's it. That's all I can say. But yeah, look, to everyone who's listened to today's live stream on Twitch, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time. I love doing these live shows when I can. It's very hard to do a solo podcast. Something that I'll get better at doing over time. But, if you can share my podcast around on your social media, you share it to your friends and family, it'll help support me. You can send a donation to my GoFundMe page. This will help with podcasting as well, to keep up with, current costs. Podcasts are out every Fridays as well, so I publish weekly. And don't forget to subscribe, even on Apple Podcasts. Leave a rating or a 5-star review if you can. You can even comment. And I'll end the show today. Bye for now.